How's it going? My name's Ethan. I'm one of the co-owners of Strategic Pastime, and our first game is called Regascent Contest of Champions. This is a how-to play video that you're about to watch. So go ahead, unpack your wonderful game, learn with us as we walk through the world of Regascent. This is a two-player game setup. What you saw take place was the map of Tessera, what we call the Atlas, being put together. Afterwards, we put down the event deck, the quest deck, laid those cards out, the treasure deck, then the market deck with its 4 cards laid out. We gave each player their coins, their starting draft cards, their characters, plus their allies, their starting tokens, and their player sheets. Using the event deck, we flipped over several different event locations in order to discover where the black market, 3 portals, and the bandit start. Now we're ready to play Regascent. After deciding who starts first, each player will take their corresponding character token and start at a city. Cities are identified by a city crest and a distinct city picture on their card. Theoden gets to go first at Valley Spire. Cyrindar wants to start at Dawn City. Each character has a unique ability for the adventure phase as well as the arena phase. In the adventure phase, Theoden has the opportunity to take +1 coin when working. Cyrindar has the opportunity to move diagonally. Every ability for each character can only be used once per turn. Let's get started in this game. Cyrindar starts at a city and decides to work first. When you work at a city, you get 2 coins. The only place where you're not allowed to gain any coins, the Barrens. Since working costs 1 action, he's on his 2nd action. Cyrindar looks at the market. Can he purchase anything? As you match the city crest with the 4 market cards, Cyrindar realizes, well, he actually can't purchase from Dawn City right now. To finish off his turn, Cyrindar works 1 more time. Normal movement is only side to side, up or down, but he has a special ability of moving diagonally. He finishes his turn with 4 coins in his pocket. Theoden is at Valley Spire. He wants to work, and Versatile Carcanet is available to him at Valley Spire. Because Theoden's ability is to take 1 extra coin when working, he takes 3 coins instead of 2. With these 3 coins, Theoden purchases Versatile Carcanet. Once purchased, it goes into his discard pile. Any cards gained for any reason go into the player's discard pile. With 1 action left, he thinks he can get to Ziggurat's Step. He spends his 3rd action moving to Court of Urns. This is the 2nd round of the game. Cyrindar is at Arcanum. Arcanum is a location that is able to be quested at. Because Arcanum is in the middle aisle amongst the other 2 quests, the difficulty is an 8 on the skull. He has to make a check of 8 or higher in order to complete the quest. Cyrindar has only 4 coins and 3 actions. For his first action, Cyrindar works for 1. For his second action, Sirendar is going to attempt a quest. The first thing you want to do is called a blind wager. A blind wager allows you to put forth value towards your check at random. So Sirendar decides to blind wager 5 coins. With 5 coins down, he takes his deck and he draws 3 cards. With 5 coins played already, you now count up the rest of the coin value of the cards. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 8 is actually the number he needed to get in order to complete the quest. Arcanum gives 1 reward. This is a market card. Sirendar completed the quest at Arcanum and is therefore able to randomly draw the top card of the market deck. He flips it over into his discard because it's a newly acquired card. Sirendar also earned this quest. He's able to turn it in, hopefully next turn. Sirendar completed 2 of his actions. He still has 1 left. And in this case, because he's really low on coin, Sirendar is going to take 1 coin through working as his 3rd and final action. Now that Sirendar's turn is over, we need to slide the remaining quests to the left and place a 3rd quest on the far right side. Theoden decides to attack the bandit. Now, Theoden realizes that a 3-cost card is going to be worth a lot and is very helpful in battle. Theoden needs to take 1 coin and shuffle. This is a free action that only costs 1 coin. And what it does is take all of the discard cards that he has, all of the regular cards he has, and shuffle them. Theoden, for his first action, moves. Theoden has to get a 5 or higher in order to defeat the bandit. He is allowed to blind wager. With 2 coins blind wagered, Theoden is going to draw the top 3 cards of his deck. With these 3 cards drawn, he got 3 plus 2, which equals 5. He therefore defeats the bandit. With the bandit defeated, he now earns 1 renown. This means that the bandit check from here on out, there's +1. Theoden takes his second action by working and getting 2 coins at a location. For his 3rd action, Theoden goes to Ziggurat Steppe. He's hoping to complete the Ziggurat Steppe quest. The bandit is placed out on Arbor Lake. Now it's Sirendar's turn. Sirendar needs to get to Fenroth in order to turn his quest in. So he moves 1, 2, and for his 3rd action, Sirendar is going to turn in his quest at Fenroth. Because Sirendar turned in a quest, he gets to draw a treasure card, much better than most of the cards in market deck. This is now worth 1 renown. The total amount of renown in the game is 2 because of 1 turned in quest and 1 bandit defeated. You'll eventually get to 5 renown. It's Theoden's turn. He wants to do a quest action for his first action, so he blind wagers 2 gold. He only has 1 card to draw. He could spend 1 coin to reshuffle his deck, but he's so excited about the quest, he forgets, and after revealing 2 plus 3 equals 5. He actually needs a 7. After discarding this card, Ziggurat Steppe is moved to the bottom of the quest deck. Discouraged, spending 1 action, failing a quest, he moves to Forsaken Heights and he takes 2 more gold. Hopefully he can get the black market next turn. Sirendar starts his turn by moving to the portal, and from the portal as another type of move action to another portal. While here, he takes his final action to move diagonally and skirmish against Theoden. Neither Theoden or Sirendar have any cards. Theoden is going to spend 1 coin to reshuffle his deck. Once his deck is reshuffled, Sirendar spends the 1 coin that he has to reshuffle his deck. Theoden really does not want to leave the black market. So, Theoden blind wagers 1 coin. Sirendar flips his 3 cards, revealing only 4. It looks like this is going to at least be a tie. Theoden draws his cards, revealing 5 plus 1, which is 6. Because Theoden wins, he pushes him to Ancient Tower. Theoden get 2 coins, Because he's at the black market, he decides that he wants to buy a card from any location for 1 coin less. And he loves the Mace of Blight. Removes the black market token from the game. And for his third and final action, he moves to Ziggurat's Step. Now that it's the end of his turn, the event deck is drawn to place the black market at Timber Enclave. The first person to gain the last Renown gets to go first in the arena phase. Let's assume that Theoden was able to gain the last Renown, so he'll go first. Whoever has the most coins gets to have this very special token to be used in the arena phase. It can be substituted as a coin or a card whenever Cyrindar takes his turn. Whoever has the most bandit tokens by the end of the adventure phase gets to steal 1 card at random from the deck of the opposing player. In this case, after shuffling the discard and the regular deck, Theoden is going to take the Ring of Ruin. Whoever has the most quests completed is able to draw 1 random treasure card. With the inner phase completed, it is now time to set up the arena phase. After the arena phase is set up like so, make sure you flip over your player sheets to the arena phase side. The point of the adventure phase is to create a deck that is going to be strong enough to defeat your opponent. In the arena phase, you use your deck and you try to strategically destroy your opponent. The last man standing is crowned the King of Tessera and is the winner. Since Theoden gained the last Renown of the adventure phase, he gets to go first. Each player will start with 3 coins and the top 3 cards of their deck. The coins in the arena phase are used to play your cards. The abilities are broken down into 2 different groups: basic abilities and special abilities. Basic abilities have a silver lining or a blue lining. The silver lining means once you play it, you cannot play it again. A blue ability is a passive ability. You can play your passive ability the turn your card is played and every turn afterwards. Basic abilities are damage, heal, and defend. Special abilities are poison and cripple. Theoden has 3 coins and he wants to start the game off with a bang. He pays all 3 coins to play Mace of Blight. Every character is only allowed to have 1 of each kind of card and a maximum of 3 cards at a time. Theoden's special ability is that he can play 2 weapons instead of just 1. Cyrindar's special ability is that he can play 2 different relics on his character. Your allies both have different abilities as well. You have an option to destroy a card in your hand or a card that's played in front of you in order to get a coin or a card. Barrymore, as well as Gautham, allow you to do that and get an extra coin or card. Gavelix allows you to re-trigger 1 basic ability. Because Theoden played Mace of Blight, he is able to apply 1 token of poison onto Cyrindar. Poison damages the character it is attached to at the beginning of every turn, 1 damage. Theoden also has a passive defend 1. He uses that to add 1 defense to himself. To finish Theoden's turn, he is going to perform a melee attack. A melee attack is very simple. You count up the attack symbol of each character. Barrymore performs 1, Gavelix performs 1, and Theoden would perform 1, but he has a weapon attached that gives him another attack. So he's going to perform 2. 1, 1, and 2. Your opponent, Cyrindar, he is going to decide where the damage falls. He is not allowed to split the 2 because it is sourced from 1 character, but he can decide to put all of it onto Gautham, all of it onto Burmac, all of it onto himself, which would be unwise because as soon as your champion is defeated, you lose, even if you have allies still in play. So Cyrindar plays it safe and applies 2 damage each to Gautham and Burmac. Now it's Cyrindar's turn. Cyrindar starts his turn first by taking 1 damage from his poison. Cyrindar played 3 cards, 1 coin each. He had 3 coins and is now going to use the abilities on the cards that he just played. Slashing Falchion deals 3 damage to whoever he wants. He's going to play it on Gavelex. Galtham played Ebony Band, which allows him to cripple a card belonging to Theoden. Cripple really only works against passive abilities. By crippling Mace of Blight, Cyrandar has made it to where Theoden is unable to play his passive ability. Forerunner's Axe deals 1 damage, which is going to be dealt to Gavelex. Finally, melee attack takes place. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. Cyrandar and his team are dealing 2, 2, 1 damage. Theoden decides to spread it all out, trying to protect himself. With that, Theoden starts his turn. He draws 3 coins, and because he has 2 cards in his hand already, he decides to just play those cards. And in this case, he plays them both on Gavelex. He still has 1 coin, and some special abilities are played. You can only ever have 1 poison on a character, so Theoden decides to use the Jade Circlet poison ability on Galtham. He also is able to heal 1 damage, and give 2 more defense. Because of his ability being crippled, Theoden is unable to play another defense. At this point, Theoden performs a melee attack. And in this case, Cyrandar decides to take 1 damage and then give damage to the rest of his team. Cyrandar's turn starts with taking 1 damage for Cyrandar and 1 damage for Galtham. Cards that have health on them, like this armor, gives Gavelex, or whoever's equipped, another 2 HP. Cyrandar already has Bastion Aura in his hand, so he decides to draw 1 card and draw 2 coins. Auras are unique because they may have abilities, but they also have health and attack. Because Cyrandar only has 2 coins left, he's going to play an aura on himself, giving himself 3 more health and another attack, a basic ability that causes 2 damage. Because it's the first card he played down, he's going to deal 2 damage to Gavelex. Then he's going to perform the rest of his abilities. In this case, he can deal 1 more damage because of his passive ability. Finally, he ends his turn, dealing 3, 2, and 1 damage. At this point, he's going to commit the remaining 6 damage. Barrymore is removed from the game. Theoden draws 2 cards and 1 coin, or whatever combination he'd like, equaling up to 3. With 2 coins, he's only able to play Ring of Ruin. Ring of Ruin cripples one of the passive abilities of Cyrandar's team. Also allows for damage to be played or defense to be played. Theoden needs revenge, so he deals 1 damage to Galtham. If Theoden wanted to play this 3-cost card, he had an option of destroying one of his cards on his team. He could have destroyed Jade Circlet and could have played Versatile Card Connect. He strategically played Ring of Ruin, and hopefully he can play this one later. After every turn, the game gets closer and closer to the end because more damage is dealt, more characters are eliminated, and eventually, one champion will survive amongst the rest. Once you determine the winner, you have completed Regascent, Contest of Champions.